New recipe alert. I call this the budget chocolate cake. It doesn't require milk, it doesn't require eggs, and it's going to turn out super yummy. And for those who do not like chocolate cakes to be too sweet, this is a perfect recipe for you because it is less sweet and not sugary at all. You can see the cake is super perfect. In the meantime, welcome to my channel. I am Sonero. Please do well to subscribe now. So let's get started. I get my recipe book handy so that I do not make mistakes. So if you're a new learner or someone experienced in the baking business, you know the importance of putting your recipe book close by so as to avoid leaving a particular ingredient out, and that could be disastrous for your cake. So the next thing I'm going to do is to line my pans. Please, this cake is a sticky recipe. You must put parchment paper or tin foil at the base of your pan. You may choose to put it at the sides of the pan, but if you can't afford that luxury, just put it at the base of your pan so that your cake will come out flawless without sticking to the pan or breaking apart when it is baked. So follow the procedure like I'm doing on the video, and you will cut out the exact circle shapes you need for the pan you choose to use. So what I'm using there, I'm going to use two 6 inches pan, then I'm going to use 12 a muffin tray to demonstrate that this recipe can be used as a cake like this a whole, or you're going to use it for cupcakes. Is still very suitable for it. So you can see me there cutting it out. But sometimes when you do that, if the apex is not put at the center of that pan, your circles or the shapes that you cut out may tend to be too big for the pan, like you're seeing on the video. So when that happens, there are two things you could do. One, you could either place the shape on the base of the pan and cut out the exact shape out so that when you place your tin foil in the pan, it sits perfectly without any interruptions. This is what I mean. You can see that it went into the pan straight away. Or you could just fold it back, make sure the apex is at the center of the pan, and trim off the excess. That's all. When you open it up, you will see that it's the exact shape of the pan too. So grease your pan with oil before placing your tin foil. It makes your tin foil sit in perfectly without jumping out, as you can see. So I'm done with that. I'm going to get my measuring cups, or you get a measuring scale. So if you're a newbie in baking or a mom, make sure you get measuring cups. Do not use mudu. Do not use tin peak milk. Make sure you get measuring cups. They are inexpensive and you can get them at literally every baking store. Now you're going to see me measuring my flour. Measure it the way you're seeing it on the video. Do not scoop your flour. If not, you could get excess. Make sure you use a spoon flour into the measuring cup and level with the other end of the measuring cup. Shikina, your measured flour is ready. Always sieve your flour. Sieving helps to make your cake moist and soft. Yes, sieving is a key requirement when you're baking that cake. Now my flour is sieved. I'm going to put in my other ingredients, my baking powder, my sugar, my cocoa powder, and that's it for the dry ingredients. You can see by the time I combine all these dry ingredients together, I'm just going to whisk and stir so that my baking powder is not hanging one end off my mixing bowl. So measure your cocoa powder loosely. Please measure loosely so that your cake does not turn out bitter. If not, you'll be overpacking your cocoa powder and the measurement for the sugar may not be enough for this recipe. So measure your cocoa powder loosely. Now I'm going to add in the wet ingredients like my groundnut oil and my water, then my flavor. That's all. You can see the recipe is so cheap. You can actually whip this up with the ingredients you always find in your kitchen as a baker, and you're done. No milk, no eggs, and you can see how beautiful the batter looks. Now when I'm done with this, I'm going to pop it right into my measuring my baking pans, the ones I've already prepared. So ensure to grease your pan very well. Then I also dust with flour so that it will come off the edges pretty easy without pulling the cakes apart or breaking up. So this cake is ideal for persons who do not want too sweet cakes. And if you use very sweet fillings like ganache and so many other nice fillings in between your chocolate cakes, I bet you it will pair very well with this recipe, and your customers will not feel that the cakes are too sweet. No, it will blend very well. And when you're filling your muffin papers, please make sure it's half filled, half full, not what you're seeing on the video, half filled. If not, to spill over like you're seeing on my muffin tray, this is a mess. It's not ideal. So make sure your muffin paper is half filled. I mean your cupcake liners. Now you can see how the cake turned out to be super beautiful, and I call this perfecto. You can actually cover this in any frosting of your choice, whether I'm under fondant or buttercream or whipped cream. You can see how beautiful this turned out to be. Tell me you're going to try this and tag Sonero. Now subscribe now and leave a thumbs up. Thank you.